Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Peggy, otherwise known as Florida Plant Mama, and I garden here in Central Florida, Zone 10A. This is just a typical Florida suburban backyard, nothing crazy, urban suburban backyard. I have far less than an acre of land. Actually, I have, I think, a little over a quarter acre of land here, and I garden in my backyard. I'm making this video for anyone out there who thinks that they don't have enough space to grow a food forest. Food forests are a lot simpler than what people make it out to be, and anyone can do it. Even if you just need a small amount of space and you can start your food forest. This little patio here is the potted portion of my food forest, or one of the potted areas of my food forest. I've got several fruit trees, bushes in this area that I want to share with you, and then I've got another area that I'll show you as well. So come with me on this journey to see what I am growing in this tiny row right here. In my food forest, I do plant annuals and perennials in addition to fruit trees. So right here, we've got some peppers. We have the paprika pepper, and we have a yellow scotch. I don't think this is a Scotch bonnet, but the label says yellow scotch from one of the big box stores. Porterweed, because it attracts pollinators. Elecampane, because it's a medicinal herb. Dahlias, because they're beautiful and they also attract pollinators. Cayenne pepper. And then I got about 5 blueberry varieties in here. I keep them in this space because in the spring when they are fruiting, it's easy to cover this area to keep the birds off of the blueberries and to remind myself to look at them every day and actually pick them before they get overripe and fall off of the bush. So blueberry, and blueberry. I've also got ganep trees that I started from seed. There are 2 of them. That's another one. This, I believe, is a cassia tree that was gifted to me, and it was tiny just a couple weeks ago, but things grow when it starts raining. There are always a few volunteer annuals, like this callaloo. The birds have planted that for me. More callaloo. Oh, look, I finally figured out what this vining plant is. It is a loofah, not a cucumber. Not a butternut squash, not a spaghetti squash. It is a loofah. I've got a P22 mango tree. Look how little she is. Yes, this tiny tree did have 3 fruit on it, but they fell off as expected because the tree is still young and very small. We have a variegated lemon tree here, pink lemon tree. Another Darrow's blueberry, a fig tree. I don't know the variety of this fig tree. We have a dragon fruit tree. And then here is just pollinator flowers. Isn't that lovely? Pollinator flowers like the Biden's alba and some dahlias that I planted from, what are those, roots, corms? Those things. I don't know what they're called. And then the green stalk, which I have planted some sugar baby watermelons in, a couple of strawberries, a spaghetti squash, more strawberry, and up here we have Armenian cucumbers. Behind this Stokes aster, we have a sugar apple tree, also in a pot. So these are not just trees for decoration. These I'm expecting to bear fruit in just this small area. So you can do it too. The key is pick a variety of tree from which you would want to eat the fruit and plant it. Put it in a pot. Find the zone. Make sure that, that of course, your zone is appropriate for that tree. If not, be prepared to figure out what you're going to do with that tree in the winter. This area of potted fruit trees contains my more sensitive fruit trees. These are the things that I often take into the garage if we are going to reach freezing temperatures. So in this space, there are a couple of trees that can bear or can tolerate temperatures down into the high 20s and 30s. And they are here also because I didn't have space in there for them anymore. But the majority of the things in here are cold sensitive, so I can easily move them into the garage during storms and cold weather. First up is this beautiful achacharu. Oh, I can never say that right. This is the name. It's achacharu. That's how it's spelled. I may not be pronouncing that correctly, but there you have it. So I've got that tree here. Oh, well, this is one that I've planted and I've never tasted it. So one more from my husband. If you watched the last video, you know what I'm referring to. There's a hog plum here. There is a June plum there, still has fruits on it. We've got a bay rum tree and an allspice tree. We have, of course, the dumbaya. This is not a fruiting tree, but I like the flowers. I think they're pretty and they attract pollinators. Same thing with this Chinese lantern. I thought it was pretty and I like the way it looked in this area. I moved the lavender to here. What else? We have a soursop. Yep, soursop tree right here. That's my soursop. This is my star fruit. We've got one star fruit here and one star fruit there. And we have a couple of mango trees in here as well. So mango number 1, mango number 2, and there is a mango number 3 right here. Right there. I've also got, where is that Guinep tree? Where is it? Got a Guinep, here it is. I missed it. This is the Guinep tree. Yes. Can you see how big or how small that little rectangle is? And I've managed to fit all of those fruit trees in this area. And yes, they are fruiting. So, star fruit tree is loaded. June plum tree is loaded. And one of the mango trees has a fruit. So take it from me. Start a food forest if you want to start a food forest. If you don't have much space, start out in containers. That's what I did. Just go ahead and pick a fruit tree, plant it in a pot, and watch it grow.